Hi, it's Bill, Mufasajeep. Today we're going to go ahead and change out the cowl uh, on Mufasajeep here. What happens is you get the stock one and it fades really bad, especially here in South Florida. It's so sunny, so that black cowl that when you bought your car it looked really great, your Jeep, and then all of a sudden you look at it like 6 months later and it's gray. And yeah, you could soak it down with that back to black or some of that other stuff to make it look good here and there, but I think the stock one is just not that great. So my wife Angela bought me a new one. It's been sitting in the garage for a while, and finally I got a little bit of time, so I'm just going to go ahead and change it. But I was going to have take you guys with me and show you. They're super easy. I did hers with a distinction applied product, which is they actually make them. They're Jeep licensed, but they do them in really cool things. Like hers is actually a flag. So her cowl has a flag imprinted on the whole thing, and it looks really awesome. Mine's just more of a stock version, the black. I like the orange on black look. So um, first thing you're going to need is a 15 millimeter. So we have a 15 millimeter socket. And then I bought a big bunch of these little plastic tools for when you're prying on dash parts and stuff like this. But it's going to help us dig underneath there once I get those wiper arms removed and pop the old one without digging into the paint and scratching up the Jeep. So this should be pretty simple. There's these little caps right here. So I got fingernails and I kind of keep them because I'm always working on something and sometimes they come in handy. So there's a little cap, you could see it. It just goes over this nut. I want to kind of keep an eye on where this is sitting on the window so that I know, like, hey, when I put it back together, I want that wiper sitting in the same spot because we're removing this whole arm. So loosen that up. That's one off. Put the nut over here so I don't lose it. Yeah, sometimes these are a bear to break free. Yeah, this thing does not want to fight me. Why are you fighting me? Huh. Maybe we'll take a mallet and tippy tap that one a little bit. Let's go to the other side, loosen up that one, see if I can get that one popped off, and then watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. There we go. Nope, nope. Take our cap off first. These are really, I don't think we had that much of an issue with yours. Am I missing a step here? I don't get it. Yeah. Okay. So I went and got a mallet. I think maybe just some dust, dirt, and debris got out in there, and it got all kind of jammed up. So you just tap it a couple times with a mallet, and then this will come right off. Set that aside. I'm gonna set it on the passenger side so that I remember this one goes back on the passenger side. Now we gotta go back over here. Maybe I could do this without the ladder, maybe not. We're gonna find out. There we go. Just needed a little bit of persuasion, I guess. That's where our little tool comes in. So put it in here. Find a good spot where we can get up underneath this thing. Maybe right here. Get a corner of this. Oopsies, popped up. There we go. So we get it started. And we're just gonna go around here. All right. Let's go around to the other side. There's our old one. We can see how like gray and yucky it looks. So, yep. It's weather checked for sure. And you can see these just snap in those stock locations with these little clips. That's why I used the little tool, popped it out. So we'll just put this one in, snap it down, and then we can put it all back together. So you just want to get started and since we're already on this side, I can kind of see this wiper used to lay right about there. So whoopsies. You want to put it back in the same place. You can feel there's like little teeth in here, and you want to get it seated. Well, we don't want it right there. That's not the same spot it was in before. Oh, now I got it seated in there a little bit. Prying this thing back up. That's about where it was before. There's little teeth down in here, and you want to make sure this is seated on those teeth. That. We're going to put the cap back on this side. That one's 100% done. Go back. Everything snap back in. Jeep was a little dusty, so I can kind of see the line where the old one was sitting. Nope, not down there. Not way up there either. Right about there. That's where that was. This on it. There it is. these are clipped in. There we go. You can hear them snap in when they're snapped in, but everything's snapped in. There we go. That's snapped in there, so I think let's double, triple check here. Oh, it looks a little bumped up, right? Nope, that's definitely snapped in. Okay. Yep. That's in there. It's clipped in as good as it's gonna get. So there it is. Ta-da! Nice crispy black. Didn't take us too long. 3 tools, 15 millimeter, our little pry tool, and a baby mallet. Baby mallet. I beat the crap out of those wiper blade arms to get them loose. They were really sticky. That was the hardest part of this. I didn't think they would be stuck on like that. But they have really fine teeth, and I think just junk and debris gets up in there. Plus, when you have this wiper arm laid down, it's almost like a bind point inside these teeth. So I noticed when we have them lifted up, and then I tapped on it, it actually freed itself up. But I think it kind of in these teeth when we have it like this, because it's putting pressure right here in this joint. So lift them up and tap on them. It seems like it went a little better. So there it is, quick and easy upgrade. Looks beautiful again. It's not all gray and yucky like that other one. That other one was really weather checked. It looked really bad. But again, Bill, Mufasajeep. Stay tuned for other cool little, I mean, this was probably, I think it was probably less than $100 to do the whole thing. So, and it brought it back to life and made it look nice and crispy and clean again. So it's a pretty good little thing to do. They make different variations of these. You can go online, you can go on Amazon, you could go on Distinction Applied. I know they make them. They're quite a bit more expensive, but they have cool ones like flags. Like Angela can show you hers real quick. We changed that a little while ago, but that's Distinction Applied. They'll actually color match it to your Jeep, or they got these cool variations like this flag. It's pretty awesome. And then she's got the Clicks wipers with the blue with the white stars. So this thing's all done up in America stuff. So it was a good fit for her build for sure. So again, Bill, Mufasajeep, stay tuned. As we get more parts and more things to do, we'll add it. But that's it for now.